All right, folks, happy Halloween to everyone out there. I hope everyone has a safe and fun holiday. I love Halloween. I am dressed as the greatest sports movie character of all time, Rick Vaughn, my favorite sports movie of all time, Major League. So I hope everyone really enjoys Halloween. But week 9 is here, and it's time that we start getting a clearer picture of what's going on out there in the NFL. And some teams we thought were really good, starting to drop back. Some teams we thought were really bad, starting to pick it up a little bit. And a lot of stuff going on out there. But there are two monster games in week 9. And number one, I'm going to start with the biggest game of the season every year. The Kansas City Chiefs travel to the Buffalo Bills. And I think there's a lot of things to talk about here with this game. Number one, I think the next 4 weeks will really decide the Chiefs' fate. This could really decide whether they're a 1 seed or get a first round home game, or if they're going to be a wild card and have to win 3 games on the road to make it to the Super Bowl. If you look at their schedule right now, they play at Buffalo, they got a bye, then they go to Denver, then they got the Colts at home. Pretty tough 4-game stretch, and that's really going to decide a lot in the AFC on what they do over these next 3 games. If they can go 2-3 or 3-3, if they can go two out of 3 or win all 3 of these, I think they're in a great shape to win the 1 seed. If they lose 2 of these games or all 3, I think they're definitely looking at a wild card here moving forward. But for all the talk about the Chiefs' struggles through the first 2 weeks of the season, they are now 4th in scoring offense and they're number 3 in scoring defense. And Patrick Mahomes over the past 6 weeks has been incredible. He now leads the league in touchdown passes. He's 2nd in the league in passing yards. And I think right now he's the MVP favorite. And on the Bills side of things, this is a team I really don't know what to make of yet. If you look at their schedule, they have the easiest strength of schedule to this point so far. And they have the 3rd easiest strength of schedule in the entire NFC. I'm sorry, the 1st easiest schedule in the AFC, the 3rd overall. And they just really haven't had to do a lot for a lot of weeks. And they had a tough loss versus the Falcons. They lost the one versus the Patriots. And I think where they're sitting right now with the Patriots already having a win against them right now at Buffalo, I think that they've really got to win this game this weekend to get the AFC, to win the AFC and get that first round home game or a bye. So I think this game is a lot more important to the Bills than it is the Chiefs. The Chiefs have shown that they can go on the road and win 4 rounds on the road. Bills, I think, really need to have home field advantage. And right now, I don't like what I've seen from their defense. Even against some easier opponents, it seems like their opponents can really move the ball well. So I'll be interested to see what happens in that. Number 2, the Colts at Pittsburgh. So the Colts have played a lot of easy games. Outside of Denver, I'd say they've had one of the easier schedules in the NFL. But right now, there are only 2 teams in the last 20 years that have averaged over 7 yards per play. And that was the 2016 Atlanta Falcons and this Colts team. And that Falcons team went to the Super Bowl. Of course, they're up 28-3 and lost. But only 2 teams have ever done it once, and this is one of them. And right now, this is a Steelers defense that is really struggling to stop anyone on offense. So I think this could create a lot of problems for the Steelers, and I look for the Colts to really put up a big week again offensively. So I want to get to my picks here for this week. And right now, coming into this week, I am 13-15, but I feel good about this week's picks, and I think we'll get back to or above 500. So number 1, I'm going to take the Bills +2 at home versus the Chiefs. And I was really actually kind of surprised the Bills were favored at home. But I don't think a lot of people like the looks of their defense right now. And they really have not played a lot of quality opponents. This will be their toughest test to date. But I think this game is more important to them. I think you look at Josh Allen, he is 4-1 in the regular season versus Patrick Mahomes. And I think this game just means more to them. And I'm going to take the Bills +2. I'm going to take the Bills to win the game. And I don't think regardless of what happens in this game, it's not going to change my feelings about what happens when they play again in the playoffs. Number 2, I'm going to take the Broncos +1.5 at the Texans. And right now, these are the 2 best defenses going against each other in the NFL. But I just like the Broncos more, and I like Bo Nix more than I like C.J. Stroud, even though C.J. Stroud is coming off his best game of the season. So I'm going to take the Broncos +1.5 to win at Houston. Number 3, I'm going to take the Colts -3 at Pittsburgh. And this seems dangerous to me, taking a road favorite and giving 3 points. But I just love what the Colts offense can do right now. And I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a huge day against this Steelers defense. And I think they keep it rolling. And I think their Colts are going to win by a touchdown. Number 4, I'm going to take the Niners minus 2.5 at the Giants. And this Giants team right now, they lost Cam Scatterboo last week, and they have a lot of injuries. And right now, outside of defensive line, they're just not very good at any particular position. Their linebackers are weak. Their secondary is not overly strong. Don't have a lot of great wide receivers. And I think the Niners are just a lot better team. They're starting to get some players back. Brock Purdy's going to be back this week, and I look for the Niners to win this game handily. And number 5, this is probably my sketchiest pick of the week, but I'm going to take the Bengals plus 2.5 at home versus the Bears. And I have not liked what I've seen from Caleb Williams all year long. The Bengals can move the ball up and down the field with Flacco and those 2 wide receivers. But if Caleb Williams can't do something against this last-ranked defense in the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm going to have some serious concerns about him moving forward, and I would not be surprised to see him benched later in the season. If he's going to have a big game, this weekend has to be the weekend to do it. So that's how I see Week 9 going. Let me know with your thoughts, and we'll talk to everyone Sunday night.